So I'm gonna try and vlog while I eat dinner because hashtag engagement life. But life update, you guys. Okay, let me start off by saying this. Jesus is faithful no matter what happens and no matter what comes up in your life. So Matt and I are getting married on October 21st, and we had the venue. We were like getting everything like settled and getting everything set. And then there was we found out on Saturday. Today's Thursday. Found out on Saturday that there was just a misunderstanding with it, like our count of the wedding, and so we were no longer able to have it at the first place that you can like see the steam from my food, I'm sorry. We were no longer able to have it at the first place that we initially wanted to, and so that kind of threw us for a little loop, and I just wanted to be real with you guys, but honestly my first reaction was like, what? Like I've been planning my wedding around this whole thing, and in the natural I was like, oh my gosh, like how are we gonna afford like a new venue and like all these things? But God is so faithful, and he provides, and so that's just what we were standing on. And immediately we went into search for a venue mode, and we were looking at venues like all around like Austin and stuff, and of course October is like the busiest wedding month apparently. Like a lot of people get married in the fall. And so we were like, okay, and almost every person we called was like, oh yeah, we're actually booked on that weekend, but we have the one before and the one after available. And I was like, okay, great. Well, we already sent out save the dates, so we can't really do that now, can we? So it was starting to get a little discouraging because we were like reaching out to all these places and like looking at their prices and all these things, and it was just getting really overwhelming very fast. And needless to say, like my first thought was, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to completely replan my wedding. Like I felt like because we got engaged in January 1st, and so I was like, I feel like the last 4 months of my life have been just a waste, but I just was like, okay God, I'm gonna trust you. I'm going to trust you no matter what's gonna happen. No matter what takes place, I'm going to trust you. And so Matt and I were on the same page, and I probably like talked to like 50 or 60 venues and was like, hey, do you have availability, and blah, 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 blah. And so, but Jesus is faithful, and we finally just came to the decision that we were gonna believe and pray that God was gonna provide a miracle venue. And so we had one of the venues that I reached out to responded, and they were like, hey, we have availability on the 21st, and I was like, yes. And it's really close to the Austin area. It's closer than some of the other venues. Sorry, there's like a gnat that's like flying around my food. Really close to the other venues, and so, or really close to Austin, closer than the other venues were. And so we were like, oh my gosh, and then we looked at the prices, and they were pretty reasonable. We still didn't plan it into our budget, and so we're still believing for finances and favor in that area. But I mean, God was so faithful to bring a venue that was actually available that day. And so I'm really excited because we are going to be touring the venue on Saturday. Today's Thursday, we're going to be touring it on Saturday. And I'm very, very excited. It's gonna be great. But I just wanted to express to you guys that sometimes, and it was so funny because like a couple days before that happened, I was just expressing to Matt, I was like, it's crazy how like we just have so much expectations of life, and like getting married, having kids, having a big house, like whatever your dream is, whatever you expect your future to look like, or expect your husband to be like, or expect your children to be like, or whatever. We have so many expectations, and it's crazy because I really feel like our hearts were designed to have an expectation, but oftentimes we're trying to fit a square into a circle hole, so to speak, because we're trying to find the answers and trying to fill the void of expectations in our life with things of the natural, like, oh, what kind of house am I gonna have? What kind of husband am I gonna have? What kind of car? All these materialistic things. And really, God designed our hearts to expect Him and to eagerly await Jesus' coming back for His bride. And so it's just crazy that like a few days later, it was like the Holy Spirit was just kind of getting my heart ready, and I didn't even know it, for like something huge to happen. And so to me, that was like one of the biggest things that, the biggest things that I've had to deal with, because it's like not just with a wedding, but it's like coordinating with my family and coordinating with my fiance and his family, and it's like so many details that you have to think out and anticipate and plan for. But God is faithful nonetheless, and now we have our miracle venue, and I'm just believing that it's gonna work out great, that we're gonna see it and just fall in love with it, and it's just gonna be an answered prayer, and it's gonna be great. And we found that venue in like 3 days, which is bomb.com. So, but God's faithful, and I just talked for like 6 minutes, but I've been wanting to vlog because I'm like, I want to vlog. Like, this is the whole point of being real and raw on this channel, is to share my life with you guys. But I want to continue vlogging during this season. I want to do my best to keep it up. Right now it's a little bit difficult because I'm in the middle of a transition in a different area of my life, and so I'm working on a lot of different things all at once. But God is faithful, and there's a scripture in, I think, I want to say 1 Timothy, where it talks about like when pressures and trials and tribulations come, be assured that it's producing faith and perseverance. And so I'm just believing that it's producing faith and perseverance. And honestly, this whole week, I've been so much closer to the Lord because I've just been trusting Him and depending on Him instead of what I could do. And so God is, man, I just can't tell you guys enough how faithful God is. And I feel like I'm just in this huge growth spurt season. And I'm sorry if this vlog is like not very interesting because I'm just sitting here talking to you, but I feel like I'm in this huge growth spurt season because I'm maturing in so many areas. Like, I feel like I'm stepping away from being a daughter to like my parents to being a wife. And that's a lot, like that's a big deal. And we're just, there's so many things, but I have come to the conclusion that I can't give more than one task 100% effort to make it efficient, to make it awesome and excellent. It just doesn't work. Like, that's why I haven't been vlogging, because I've been so busy with work and wedding stuff that I want to vlog this wedding season. I really do, but it's like my focus is so diverted from vlogging right now, and so I'm sorry guys. I want to be better, but I'm just gonna vlog when I can and keep you guys updated. But oh, my dress, let me keep you guys updated right now. My dress is on the way. It should be here in about a week. I'm super excited to try it on. So I gotta make sure. I've been eating pretty healthy, and my skin's been clearing up. I'm so pumped. I've been doing honey and lemon, and it's been really like smoothing out these smaller scars up here. And so I think if I keep doing it down here, it'll really just clear it out. But Jesus is my healer. So anyway, so I got my dress, and I ordered the bridesmaid dresses this week as well. And so those are getting made, and those won't be ready till like July. It takes a little bit of time. But I'm very excited, and God is faithful, and weddings are fun. And I told Matt today, I said, whenever I feel down and whenever I feel overwhelmed and like just start disliking this wedding planning season, I just turn on my wedding playlist, put on some fun jams like Marry Me by Bruno Mars, or I Do by Colby Calais, or Brand New by, oh, what's his name? I forgot his name. Another really good song. Oh, Ben Rector. I just put on some of those songs, and I'm like, man, I could see myself walking down the aisle in this song. Like, I just get so excited. So, anyways, my face is super, super red right now, but I'm gonna hang out. My food's probably cold, generally. It's been like 10 minutes. Oh well. I'm gonna eat now, and then probably paint my nails. Probably do a little bit of wedding research with flowers. Trying to figure out if I want to do real or fake flowers for my wedding. So if you have any suggestions about real or fake flowers for a wedding, or where to get real flowers for a cheaper cost, I'm not going to be doing like a big extravagant display of floral design or anything. I just want something simple. But if you have any suggestions, please feel free to comment them down below. But I love you guys. Click thumbs up if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified of when I upload new videos. And I can't make a promise of how frequently that will be, but I do my best to get them up as much as possible. Love you guys. I will talk to y'all very, very soon.